Hi and welcome to another venture. Sorry that we can't take any videos in this one, it's more a slideshow. We went to a mysterious island. We did 2 nights and 3 days on there. It's a very special piece of history in Australia's history. We can't name the island. The guide, our mate, took us there. He said no videos, but he allowed us to take some photos. This photo here, what you're looking at, is related to the unit that was there. I can't name the unit for simple reasons. This island's not been really touched. The items that we found, as you'll see in the video, and at the end we will display what we have found and recovered. I did tick off a bucket list item that was one item that I wanted to be found. Not particularly on that island, I wasn't expecting to find it, I was hoping to find it one day. It's a trade badge for the Survey Corps. I end up donating it to my mate's collection, who is making a collection of that island's relics and that island's special history for a museum, so I was happy to donate it. In return, he gave me a tire gauge, Defence Force Department marked, which I'll fully restore, which he also found on the weekend when we were there. So sit back, enjoy the ride as we take you back to a special piece of history. We have selected the photos that we can show you. It's all of the infrastructure and a bit of the relics, but wait to the end. If you want to skip to the end just to see what we found, then please do. For the time being, we'll just have a look at this photo, and this will give you an idea of what type of equipment and what you could expect, what we found on that island. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for watching the short video, but here's the finds. We'll start with day one. Day one we found random modern stuff, around $11, some foreign coins, 10 cent euro, 1 cent euro, and that's a, put this the right way, that one's a Denmark, and they're euros. Next day, or all over the weekend, this is the main reason we went there. That piece there is part of a demolition charge practice. It's a big chunk of shrapnel, very interesting. Part of a horseshoe, big horseshoe, and that's a heel plate. Several fragments, and of course a nice axe head. Now, going on, wasn't surprised about the amount of ammunition we were finding, from 50 cal to 303, woodpecker, modern. That's part of a pit charge, half of one. Those two are flares, and that's a shotgun there. Live 303 and a live woodpecker. We got 9 mils in there. We got everything. Okay, got your compulsory drums, buns, and of course that one's Defence Department. Wire, part of a Japanese woodpecker strip or charger strip. Electrical connectors. This all came out of these wires and those batteries. They all come out of a signal dump. Okay. Coming across to trencher. This one says Edgar. Don't know if you guys can see that. That was interesting to find. Piece of not artillery, sorry. Piece of aircraft aluminium switch panel and various parts of the aircraft. Bottles, of course, toothpaste and shaving cream, piece of razor, and that, believe it or not, is a shaving brush with the brushes. Believe these metal strips to be part of a section leader's or commander's mat board. We'll leave that good stuff at the back there at the moment. Coming down to watch parts, keys, brace parts, common webbing, and more pocket watch parts. This pip is an officer's pip. I didn't find it. I was given that by my mate. Now, one pip is, if I can remember, is first lieutenant, 2 pips second lieutenant, 3 pips captain. Some Australian Military Forces buttons, coins from Commonwealth, and, kangaroos, 43s, and just some of them, just zoom up. I think that's 1921, 1943, another Commonwealth. Some of them we haven't cleaned yet, so I think that's 21 as well. A little halfpenny. There we go. 1943. A little sixpence out of threepence. And I think that one's 42. Yeah, I haven't cleaned them up yet. Cutlery, some porcelain plate parts, an almost complete plate, which is pretty awesome. I'm happy to find. Of course, your spoons and all that. Now, this is that tire gauge I was talking about that I swapped my survey qualification badge for, that I was happy to donate to the collection that is making for the museum, as I believe it should stay in. This is the one I'm going to restore. I have got, in a second, already have started restoring it. That now moves. It says made in Australia. It's a balloon type. Australian regulation number. RVBG balloon model. And there's your Defence Department marking. Awesome to see and find a water bottle. And there's the part of the stopper, which I didn't know we had. Now this, if I apologise in advance if the camera starts playing up. This here is a magnet. Now it's not a modern magnet as you would think. This magnet belongs in a charge or demolition charge. So it magnetises to whatever object you're going to put it on. It's a magnetic demolition charge. A bit more of the fragments. Only can that survived, kinda. A spool, I'm thinking maybe communication spool or tripwire or something like that. And bits of, you know, pieces. Pieces of fold boats. That's a cleaning rod part. Believe this to be a big flare. It's huge. This is a number 4 switch, I believe. These are trip devices. That's a Lincoln mine fuse, and these are pencil fuses. Now this is a complete light bulb from the Second World War, and a bit of fragments. These are Mills grenades parts, and that piece is the top piece. That's a pretty good fragment piece. There's your lever point, and there's your. Now this is good. This here, give me 1 second. I forgot giving another piece. Inside this chamber here, this would have had this. Now underneath that lever, this is the way it would have went. There's a little T joint. See if I can pull this one out. Should be able to. Oh, I'm not gonna. It's gonna be too hard while I'm on here. But that goes inside there. These pieces is here, and these pieces of the Mills grenade is this outer case. This is a complete one. I'm pretty happy with that. This here is part of a Bakelite grenade. Now, I'm going to pause you guys here. I'm going to take some of the most interesting parts. I'm going to take you over to the TV. I'm going to zoom in on some of these items that I was talking about. And I'm going to show you in detail what they look like. So, catch you. What we got here is a number 69 Mark 1 Bakelite hand grenade. Now, like I was explaining to you before, I was going to take you along and show you various interesting ones of how they looked. Now we're on the TV, and here is the cap. The cap is this one right here. This is how it operates. Okay, and that's the cap. Very interesting, very rare. Now, if I just... Okay, this information's here. Okay, introduced in the 1940s as a light offensive grenade, it was intended to be used in the open without need for defense cover. The body components are made of Bakelite plastic or for later production and an approved mold composite. The number 69 was found to be lacking in adequate lethal effect for a combat grenade used for training purposes as an artillery simulator. It provides overly dangerous due to the large .50 caliber ball contained in the fuse mechanism. The Australian also manufactured the number 69, typically made of red Bakelites, as seen here. Shown here, this base is marked number 69I, RC 1942. Anyone will know that. So basically, if we scroll down, we'll see if we can find any further. But that's basically what it is. It's a great item that we found, and I'm very pleased to have it. So we'll move on to the next object. Okay, the next object we've got is a switch number 10 time pencil fuse. This is the one we found. This is a simple delay action mechanism which can be used to ignite safely or fuse or switch. Normally timings vary between 10 minutes and 24 hours are given by 6 different coloured switches in each of the 6 cases. The actual timing is different from the stated time, which is a mean timing, and the actual timing also varies with the charge in temperature. So if we scroll down, a thin copper sleeve containing a glass vial of corrosion liquid, a thin aluminium sleeve, striker with spring and retaining wire, safe strip and inspecting hole, precision cap with spring snout. Now we skip all that. That's all the degrees. This is it. Again, it's the one we found. And what happened there? And that's the inside of what I was just explaining. The vial, the spring, and all that. So basically you crimp the vial, as explained before, gives you the amount of time, 10 minutes up to 24 hours, and then goes down and goes kaboom. That is the time pencil fuse. Okay, the next one we got is a switch number 4 type 6 pull switch. Basically, boob trap. This is it. General description. This is a simple mechanism suitable for igniting safety fuse or fuse for firing a detonator, and also for the use of body trap. The switch a cylinder brass body threaded at one end to receive a precision cap with spring snout attached, into which the fuse or detonator may be fitted. At the other end there is a U-shaped clip provided with jaws which embrace the bull-ended tail of the spring-loaded striker. Contained within the brass body, the jaws of the clip cannot open whilst positioned inside the tubular body. Okay, so if we go down, basically it's a boob trap. This is the position or the detonator, and the detonator would sit here, as you can see, destroyed. That's what's left of one. And that's the switch number 4. Basically a booby trap. That's the inside, that's the U-clip, that's the thing that would have sat here, keeping it up, then when it come down, boom. Basically you get some tripwire, you attach it to the U-clip, and it comes along. Once they pull it, or trip over the tripwire, bang, off it goes. So that is the switch number 4. Okay, the next item that we have here, which is a special item, this is a simple mechanism in which an application of pressure to hinge lid of a flat oblong body releases a striker which fires a normal type precision cap, hence igniting safety or instantaneously. I'll let you guys read that one anyway. Orange, fuse or firing a detonator. What it is a switch number 5, type 6 pressure switch. Here it is. As you can see, put the fuse up there, put the detonator down there, or wherever. Anyway, we'll work it out. I have no idea myself. Okay, let's read the detail. The switch consists of an oblong body-shaped body, which a loosely fitting lid hinged to it at one end. At the same end of the body is holed and threaded to take a precision cap with a spring snout attachment. A tube passing down the center of the body contains a spring-loaded striker, which is held in position with the spring under compression by a safety pin and by a shear, which gauges a detonator in the striker rod. When the safety pin is removed and the hinge lid is depressed, the shear is disengaged and the striker released. The hinge lid is fitted centrally with an extension rod in a socket. The length of this rod can be adjusted by screwing into or out of the socket. The mechanism is designed to operate at pressure of 45 pounds applied to the extension rod and movement of about 20/1000 inch. At this point, it is necessary to disengage the shear. It's the end of the lid remote from the hinges. A pressure of about 21 pounds and a movement of about 42/1000 inch are necessary. So basically, skip all the rest of that. I'm not going to read that. That's it. There's your tube. There's some stuff under pressure. There's your shear pin. There's the pin. And there she is. You can see the little curve. There's the little curve. Now I'm not quite sure when I'm going to restore it or not. My mate has, and he says what you do is you sandblast it, then soak it in oil, then unscrew it, soak it again, open it, sandblast it, put a bit of bog on it to smooth it out. I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. But that's it. That's the safety switch. And see if we can get you a diagram of how it works. So basically, there's your pin, all your pressure, going from one end. One thing to note, once the detonator is in, it's armed. You can't get it off. Without taking that detonator out, you cannot release it. So this is how she operates. So, going from that, these are the objects. So the pencil fuse, the Bakelite grenade, that's that pressure switch I was just talking about, the limpet mine fuse, and the booby trap. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this short video. We've enjoyed the weekend, and we thank my mate for taking us there. Until the next video, catch yous. Okay, the next fuse that we have is a delayed action AC Mark 1A AC delay. General description of this one is, this is a delayed action fuse designed for use with limpets. When attached to a limpet, it is quiet, waterproof, and will give time delays of between 4.5 hours and 5.5 days. As with the time pencil, the actual timing deviation from mean and also varies temperature. Now we'll scroll down to some detail. The AC delay consists of a tubular metal body containing a spring-loaded striker mechanism. The striker is held in position with the spring under compression by a cylinder disc, and above this disc the tube is empty, forming a chamber which can receive a liquid containing glass ampoule. Above this chamber the body is threaded extremely and a cap with a central thumb screw may be fitted. The fitting of this cap is made waterproof by a rubber washer. The thumb screw is held in the safe position by a safety pin, and at the bottom of the ampoule chamber some layers of lint are provided at the striker, and the body is threaded to take a Type 6 burster or a transistor cap and to enable the delay to be fitted. Now if we go down to your things, that's it there. Gives you the description. Our one, there she is. She's a beauty. Alright, and on to the next one.